Welcome back. This is our third and final video in this series, which we've affectionately named The Places We'll Go. As we stated in the first and second video, we plan to use our van to visit family and friends, as well as the many places we want to travel throughout the U.S. We plan to explore state and national parks, attend and participate in fitness events, and just plain old vacation. During those first few years, we are limited to how long we can be away because we work and are still yes and are still a few years from retirement, so we have limited time to travel. This video will cover the trip we will take for our inaugural Welcome to Retirement trip. I'm Kimberly.
I'm Corey. Welcome to our channel.
Be sure to watch all the way through to the end for a peek of all the places we want to travel once we are fully retired.
Trust us, you don't want to miss out on any of the van life tips or DIYs for van conversions, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get alerts for when we drop a new video. We know that it can be hard to decide where you should travel when you commit to your first long adventure in your camper van. We revisited our list of must-go places and decided where we wanted to travel when we finally retired.
Finally. During our first video in this series, we shared our plans for the first couple of trips in the van. On our first few trips, we will stay close to home in Wisconsin and visit Devil's Lake and Madison. Later in the fall, we plan to take a long trip to Nashville area to participate in Legends of the Fall competition in Alabama, Nakalula Falls. In the second video, we identified several state parks in Wisconsin and will then venture out west to South Dakota to explore the Badlands, and hopefully we will take our first trip out of the country to visit Niagara Falls and the surrounding area in Canada. In this video, we will share our big fat retirement trip we are planning to take in our camper van. We plan to retire in May, quite a few years from now, which will be the start of summer, so we're going to head north first.
Traveling through Minnesota, our first official destination will be in North Dakota. We want to hike and bike some of the Maadahe Trail, which is a 144-mile epic single track with hiking and biking through southwest corner of North Dakota, snaking its way through the Badlands in Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Once we are done touring that area, we will head further west to Montana to hike and bike as well to explore Glacier National Park, Yellowstone, and Big Sky.
You're going to have to add some words some places because I didn't put it all in there. Just a heads up. Washington State will be next, where we will be sure to visit the Espresso Chalet, as well as the following areas. We're going to visit Spokane. We will visit Olympic National Park, North Cascades National Park, Mount Rainier, which we'll hike. Going to do a couple trails on that. Visit Seattle, definitely the fish market.
Coffee.
Yes, coffee. We plan to work our way towards the coast and find some great places to hike, bike, and eat. Our travels will then begin to take us south, heading into Oregon, where we will plan to explore Mount Hood, Portland, and hike Crater National Lake.
Let us know where you would recommend we go and what we should do. We enjoy pretty much anything local, especially coffee, food, and markets. Make sure you comment below with your suggestions.
California is the next state on our itinerary. There is so much to see in California, and we're torn between following the coast or venturing inland to enjoy the parks. If we choose to visit the parks, we've got a great lineup. We're going to see Redwood State and National Parks, so we're going to visit those. Lassen, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that, but Lassen Volcanic National Park. If you can't tell, we're going to go to a lot of the parks because we enjoy hiking. So that's, I think, what we'll spend a lot of our time doing is doing the hiking. We'll look at scenic outlet looks and things like that, but I think hiking and biking are going to be our main things. We'll also go to Yosemite National Park, Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Park, Big Sur, Joshua Tree, Mojave National Preserve. As we shared earlier, we enjoy hiking and biking, so our focus will be looking out for those opportunities throughout our travels. Not sure how long we'll be on the road, but by this time, we're pretty sure it will be close to fall. We want to hit some states in the middle of the country before we head south for the winter. So the next state we're going to be visiting is
Arizona, which has a lot of places we want to see, such as Sedona, Grand Canyon, Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon, and Horseshoe Bend. The next state we'll visit will be Utah, which also has quite a list of national parks and state parks that we want to see.
one of the things about Utah that we're aware of is that there have been changes since pre-COVID where you have to get what is it called?
Reservation?
No, you got to win a lottery. The lottery. You have to enter the lottery to go to some of the places that we want to see. So based on how that works out for us, some of these we might see on the first time through. Some of them might have to wait depending on whether or not we can get access to where we want to go.
The list includes Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Canyonlands, Goblin Valley State Park, Coyote Buttes and the Wave, Moab. We'll mountain bike the whole enchilada,
Which is near Moab.
and we'll probably eat a couple enchiladas.
We probably will.
Great Basin National Park, Arches National Park, Park City, and Salt Lake City.
We didn't mention a lot of cities that we're going to stop to in some of the states because we're just not sure where we're going to stop. But if we know there's somewhere that we really want to visit, we've added that to the list. So you'll hear some parks, state and national. You'll also hear some like mountain biking specific places. So the whole enchilada or the Madahe Trail. And then cities that we want to make sure that we visit.
Once we're done in Utah, we'll be moving on to Colorado. We'll be climbing Mount Monato.
Manitou? We'll find out. We'll get there.
We'll visit Garden of the Gods, Pikes Peak, Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, the city of Aspen, Vail, and Breckenridge. We'll visit Crested Butte, Golden,
Colorado.
and the Great Sand Dunes National Park.
So that for sure, we know some cities that we want to visit based on their reputation as ski towns. So we know that we want to stop by there and check them out. We don't really ski, but I know that they have a lot of mountain biking down some of the mountains in the summertime. And sometimes they have, I wouldn't call it luging. What would you call that?
Alpine slides.
Sure, alpine slides. We'll probably try that too. Or Corey. Corey will try that and I'll decide if I want to try that. By this time, it should be getting close to winter where the temperatures will be dropping. So we're going to really start heading south at this point. We're going to probably travel through Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. One of the goals is to get to Miami, Florida by January for a CrossFit event that happens annually, which is called Wadapalooza. We're hoping it's still going to be going on by then, where we'll go down there and we'll enjoy the weather and watch some of the athletes participate if we won't be participating.
Good food.
Yes, definitely good food. We like the food down there too. And because we'll have our van with us, we'll get to go over to the beach side, which we don't really make it to when we go down there just to go for the festival. We'll spend the rest of the winter in the southern states, pretty much anywhere with temperatures above 60 degrees. Honestly, it's our first attempt at putting together a plan. We found amazing hikes and places to sightsee while researching that we know we need to really sit down and create a much more comprehensive list of the sites, biking, and hiking trails that we want to make sure that we visit. Based on others that we've watched, we know that we'll spend more time in some places and we might bypass others that really just don't fit into our plans or don't have anything that interests us.
For even more tips and tricks and all things Campervan, follow us on our Instagram. If you like this video and think other van lifers will too, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks.
Gotta say it with gusto. Thanks. Thanks for viewing our video.
Thanks.